Hi, and welcome back to another great week of school at CHS. I'm Isaac Lucero with my beautiful co-host,
Delaney Walker.
Are you ready for that day off tomorrow, Delaney?
I sure am, but I'm also excited to learn about some of the new ROP classes that have been at our school, like ROP athletic training.
We had field reporter Jonathan Lopez get an interview with Mr. Brown to get insight on the class.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Lopez with In the News at CHS, speaking to new ROP sports medicine teacher, Mr. Kevin Brown. So, Mr. Brown, what is ROP sports medicine?
It's a class where kids who are interested in going into any type of medical career, it doesn't have to be athletic training or anything like that. Whether it's in a trade school, whether you go to a four-year school, whether you go get an AA, a lot of medical professions can be done without having to go to a four-year school. So we kind of touch on all the medical careers and then just give a baseline learning. So anything that they go into as far as anatomy or physiology, it makes all those classes, first of all, make more sense, but it allows the kids to get a firmer grasp of what they want to do future, in their life.
How did students sign up for this class?
Up in the counselor's office right now, they have a sign-in sheet or sign-up sheet. So whenever that gets full, they're supposedly going to start the class at the end of this next semester, at the beginning, at the second semester. So depending on how many kids sign up, I'm hoping for 3 full classes. So.
Are there any special requirements you need to be a part of this class?
Being an ROP class, you're supposed to be a junior or senior or a 16-year-old sophomore. As far as the prerequisites, as far as other classes they need to take, it's nice if they have some type of anatomy background or physiology background, but it's not a necessity.
Have you taught this course anywhere prior to coming to Killingham High School?
Yes, I started about 8 years ago at Antioch High School. Started with 2 classes with barely 25 kids, and it turned out to be about 5 classes where I'd have anywhere from 40 to 46 kids in each classroom. I also taught at San Ramon Valley High School, but it wasn't something where I taught full-time. I was usually filling in and subbing there.
Okay. Where is this new classroom going to be located at?
The classroom's going to be in BK 202, and then they're building an athletic training room over where the old weight room was. That's going to be about a 1,500 square foot facility, and it's going to be a beautiful facility.
What are going to be some features in that classroom?
In the athletic training room, we're going to have things like jacuzzi whirlpools. We're going to have game-ready units, which are ice machines that the pros and the colleges use. There's going to be a treatment area where the kids can come in and get as far as their muscles and ankles and any type of injury treated. There'll be a rehab area where the kids can do anywhere from ankle to shoulder rehabilitation. There'll be a hydrotherapy area. That's where the whirlpool and the ice machine and everything will be. And then there's going to be prefabricated, they're built-in taping stations, which are really, really nice with our school logo on them.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. Now back to you guys at the studio.
Thanks, Jonathan.
And now we'll head over to Rafael Guzman
with this week's spectacular segment of Tech Talk.
Hi, I'm Rafa with this month's Tech Talk. Black Ops 3 just came out last Friday on the 6th. It's a really awesome game, and the most anticipated feature is zombies. I can't wait to play it. Fallout 4 comes out today, and I think this one might take Game of the Year. It is very fun and a new experience that everybody should try. And if you're not into video games, in movie news, J.J. Abrams says he has finished the script for Star Wars Episode 8. 7 hasn't even came out yet. And the long-anticipated iPad Pro is finally coming out this week. It's supposed to be more power user-friendly, but let's see how it goes. And that was it for this month's Tech Talk. Back to you guys at the studio.
Thanks, Rafa.
Isaac, did you know there's a canned food drive going on?
I didn't know. It's not in the bulletin, is it? What's it going to?
We had field reporter Frenchie Thurman talk to ASB Vice President Leslie Alvarado for more information.
Hi, I'm Frenchie Thurman with In the News at CHS, here with Vice President of ASB, Leslie Alvarado. So Leslie, when does the canned food drive stop?
So it's going to end November 18th.
And where does the canned food go?
It's going to the food bank and aiding nearby communities that don't have food for their Thanksgiving dinner.
Where can we turn in the cans?
So the cans can be turned into every first period. There's going to be a box located in every first period teacher. Whoever wins gets a free breakfast with donuts and orange juice.
Okay, thank you. And back to you at the studio.
This week we are trying something totally new with Mikey Canales.
In this segment, we'll have Mikey find one of our teachers' greatest memories from their high school experience.
And then we'll have some actors do their best reenactment of it.
It should be very interesting.
Hi, I'm Mikey Canales with In the News at CHS, speaking to Mr. Yeager. So, Mr. Yeager, what's your favorite high school memory as a student?
My favorite high school memory as a student was when I had a segment called Jake Walking, based on jaywalking at the time. And for the segment, in a certain episode, we were basing it off of a trip to Universal Studios. And the whole gag was that I was there as a rising celebrity, but I acted like I was famous for this shot. And so the rest of my classmates were in on it, and they were supposed to go and get their phones out and start taking these pictures and start kind of freaking out like I was some Justin Bieber celebrity or musician. And right at the same time, there was a tour bus. They saw kind of our group assembled and began to run over and start taking these frantic photos of me. And I'm standing there just kind of like waving, acting, a few of my classmates came up for an autograph, and I was, really just hamming it up. But at that moment, I felt like I wasn't acting, like I was really famous, like these people were all around and taking photos. And so I had duped them and got my 15 seconds of fame, I guess.
Okay, well, thank you, Mr. Yeager, and back to you at the studio.
Thank you, Mikey.
Last Friday was Teacher College Day at our high school.
On this day, the teachers of our school dressed up in the colors of the college they went to.
This provided an opportunity for students to ask about their colleges.
We had field reporter Ivana Cappuccino speak with some teachers about this.
Hi, I'm Ivana Cappuccino with In the News at CHS, here talking to Mr. Shigoyan about College Spirit Day. So, Mr. Shigoyan, which college did you attend?
I went to Cal State University, Dominguez Hills, in Southern California.
And what was your major?
I'm a business major with an emphasis in accounting.
And did you know you were going to become a teacher when you first intended to go to college?
I had that plan eventually, but I wanted to work in the field first. Yeah.
And what was your guys' mascot?
It was a toro.
What's a toro?
Bull. Yeah, it's a bull.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
And now I'm with Mr. Pease. So, Mr. Pease, which college did you attend?
I attended the University of California, Santa Cruz.
And what are their mascot?
We were the Banana Slugs. It's kind of interesting because there's a lot of kids that didn't want the mascot, and while I was attending, they tried to change it. They tried to change it to the Sharks.
And what was your intended major at that college?
When I first started as a freshman, I was a proposed bioinformatics major, but I changed.
So you didn't originally want to be a teacher?
Not to start. It takes a while, You have to mature a little bit to understand, kids a little bit. So that's what happened with me.
And how did you choose this college?
Well, initially I submitted my application into 3 different colleges. I knew I wanted to attend a university, so I picked Santa Barbara, Santa Cruz, and UC Davis. Originally, I hoped to get into Davis, but I didn't get in. But I got into Santa Cruz, so I went. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And now I'm here with Mr. Delano. So, Mr. Delano, what school did you attend?
Georgetown University.
And why did you choose Georgetown University?
It was my long shot. It offered everything I wanted in a college, and it was a Jesuit school, and they are famous for teaching people to think well. Not what to think, but how to think.
And you said it was your reach school, so what were your other schools that you applied to?
I applied to Wesleyan, Union, and Fairfield. Fairfield's also a Jesuit school. The other 2 schools are little Ivies, but the one I wanted most was Georgetown, and it was a reach, and I think my interview got me the acceptance.
And what's one fond memory you have from Georgetown?
I've got hundreds, and I wouldn't know where to begin. I really wouldn't. I know I cried when I graduated because I didn't want to leave. And when I retire, my wife and I, and maybe the RC's with us, we're going to retire to a college town because I want to go back to school. But I loved being surrounded by what I thought were brilliant people, as well as professors, students who loved learning and were on fire for life, and they all seemed to have a dedication to excellence. And to be surrounded by people like that was wonderful. And that's why one of the reasons I stayed in education.
Well, thank you, Mr. Delano. And back to you guys in the studio.
Time for this week's Horn Toad Highlights.
Hi, I'm Ruby Benitez with this week's Horn Toad Highlights. Last week, football played against Tranquility in a final away game of the season. It was a very close game, but it sadly ended in a loss of score 12-13. Our boys played magnificent this season, and we are all very proud of them. Good job, Toads. October 30th, the ladies tennis played the last straw in playoffs at La Celia. 4 players attended: Delaney Walker, Chloe McDaniel, Charlie Seitz, and Mackenzie Campbell. Although they played their hardest, they came up to a loss, but the spirit of their overall season remained as a success for the ladies tennis team. Good job, ladies.
It has been so long since the Lady Toads volleyball team has hosted a playoff game that we're not even sure when it was. But the girls have had a tremendous season, finishing 8-2 in league and 21-9 overall. On Thursday, they beat Fireball Eagles in 3 straight games, which put them in second place in West Sierra League standings, only behind Dos Palos. We had field reporter Alder Pimentel talk to some of the girls following their win.
Hi, I'm Alder Pimentel with In the News at CHS, talking to Amelia Wagner and Jasmine Taylor about the last game. So Jasmine, how do you feel about this being the last home game?
I feel very excited because we're going to go to playoffs, but I'm very upset to know that I'll never be playing in this gym again.
What about you, Amelia?
Well, I'm kind of sad, but at the same time, like, it was a good game, so I'm just, yeah.
So what was your favorite part of playing the sport?
My favorite part of playing this sport is the communication, having to talk to all the girls. We just always need to communicate, and it's just good all the time with us. No bad vibes.
Okay, good. What about you, Amelia?
I just like being with my teammates because they're really funny and we eat out.
Okay, now back to you guys at the studio.
Tonight they face off against the Delano Tigers, who come to Kalinga with a 3-6 league record. The favored Toads will be led by seniors Daisy Lovio, Yukari Moran, and Maria Castellanos. Good luck, ladies.
Thanks.
And thanks for watching.
And remember,
if it's important,
it's in the news at CHS.